everybody, it's Brooke. Please forgive me. I have been out soaking up the sun, having lunch on the patio of one of my favorite places to go to. And on my way home, I started thinking about my weekend, and I really wanted to share it with you guys. Please forgive me for being in my rawest form, the way that I love to live my life. No makeup, ball cap, workout clothes, all me. And on the way home, I started thinking about my weekend and just how magical it really was, given everything that's been going on. So this was really my first weekend to get out of the house and explore, socialize with other people in my community. And I want you to know, before I get into how magical this weekend was, I am one of those that's immune compromised. I have autoimmune diseases. My child has autoimmune diseases, and my children have been one of the biggest teachers throughout this whole thing with the virus. And my son that is immune compromised, that's on medication to fight an autoimmune disease, he's probably been one of the biggest ones. And he said to me a couple of weeks ago, "Mom, I'm not gonna allow something that I can't see to instill fear in me. If it's meant for me to get this virus, and God forbid something happens, that was what was already written in the stars for me." Being a mother, it's really hard to hear those things from your children. But it's also one of the biggest blessings to hear from your children, because if he can have faith the size of a mustard seed to move that mountain and know that he's going to be okay and cared for and taken care of, why am I allowing so much fear to be present in my life? So as I'm driving home, thinking about my weekend, this weekend I decided to be a tourist in my own city. Now, if you've never done that, I highly suggest you do it. There's so many hidden gems in the city that you live in that you would never know unless you parked your car and took off walking and explored the entire city. And that's what I did. Parked my car, met with a dear friend, and got out and just explored everything that my city had to offer. Well, okay, I shouldn't say everything. A lot of what my city has to offer. A lot of different amazing restaurants that meet the needs that I want. Met a lot of amazing people along the way. And one of the biggest aha moments that I had plugging back into life was that right now, more than ever, we're all craving that human connection, that interaction of another soul that's here on earth having the exact same experience as you. Met a lady yesterday, and we instantly became friends. She was telling a big story. I was walking up behind her, and she stepped into my space, and she immediately started freaking out. oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, so sorry, so sorry. And I mean, I could have been like, you know what? You're in my sex tape. It's not how I respond to people. But I looked at her and I said, it's all good. You were telling a story. You're good. It's okay. We can be friends. And she wasn't quite sure how to take me at first, but then started talking to her a little bit more, and instantly we became friends, connected, exchanged numbers, all that good stuff. And that's when I knew I was where I needed to be at the right moment. Had anybody else come across her path, they could have been upset, angry, and for me, I just looked at her and said, you know what? I love you. Do you want a hug? Just gonna throw it out there. Again, I'm not telling anybody else to believe in what I believe in or do what I do. You know, these are my choices and the way I want to handle what's going on. I'm not used to the sun being behind me. So as I'm driving home and I'm thinking about this and I'm thinking about her and the many other people that I met along the day that was out being tourists in the city and trying to plug back into life as much as we could. It was as if I plugged straight into my soul family. You know, those are the people that I am meant to meet along the way. I've let fear lead, guide, be the roadmap for my entire adult life. And now that when most people are taking over that fear of letting that make the decisions on where you go and what you do and who you talk to, this is when I feel like I am kind of withdrawing and finding my new way of approaching this new normal. I love people. I love meeting new people. I love sitting and talking to my children and getting to know them on a personal level. I love reflecting and looking back on how relationships with my friends have unfolded and seeing where and why we were brought together. This life that we're living is truly it's an amazing journey, and I am forever humbled and grateful to be here doing all this. Like, it's truly a magical time to be living, period. There's gonna be so many changes in our history, and we are all here living, breathing, witnessing everything that's gonna be changing. That alone, when you look at that, it's pretty phenomenal, right? So as I was thinking about all these things and really going, okay, should I make a video? Should I not? Like, I have no makeup on. I'm a little pink sunburnt. And I was just pilling. Now I have more, I'm sure, sunburn over top of it. But in my mind, I'm thinking I'm soaking in vitamin D. This is what I need. And the sun's moving right. I look like I have light all around me. Okay, we'll do this. So I got home and thought, okay, well, maybe I just need to pull some cards to kind of help lead the message that I meant to deliver. And my intentions are to deliver a message of hope as everybody around the world starts plugging back in that you can plug back in with ease and comfort, because I think right now this is something that we all are craving and needing. So the first card that I got was the card of prayer, which is also the card of hope. The man's standing there with his arms out as if receiving all the blessings of the universe. And then the woman is above him, ushering them in. We all have been praying for this time. We all have been hoping for this time. And the time is finally, it's here. I witnessed this the whole weekend. Like, the time is here that we are able to plug back into life, and whatever happens is what's meant to happen, because it was already written in the stars before any of this went down. This is the upper world and your future. It reminds me of one of my favorite Bible verses. The faith of a mustard seed can move mountains, which goes back to prayer and hope. You have to believe in the mission that you're here to be doing, and you have to know and find comfort in what your role is when you come here to Earth. Which brings us to the next one, which is such a magical card. It is called Middle World Present. And there's so much life, and look at the sun shining. It reminds me of the sun that I'm blocking with that white horse. And I wanted to call it a unicorn because it seems very magical and light. And this completely reminds me of the weekend that I had, because it was magical and light. Being able to connect with other souls that were craving the things that I have been craving, and to be loved unconditionally and not be looked at as if you're possibly infected, you're possibly sick, there's something wrong with you. Like, I think that's been the hardest thing for me, is being judged that way. I have seasonal allergies. I will sneeze, I will cough, all of that. And I've had a lot of judgment thrown at me because of those things. Moving into the next row is going to be the hidden gift, and I keep getting this card. So I do believe that that pause that we've had for us to be able to go within and to do all that inner child healing, we're awakening to new gifts. Or maybe our gifts are still the same, but they're just a little stronger. Those gifts is what's going to be bringing us into our divine mission, our soul purpose. I've followed a lot of card readers on YouTube, and over the last year, that's been one of the biggest things that they've been preaching is finding your soul mission, finding your purpose that you were brought to Earth to do. In the last week, I've really tapped in, gotten a very clear understanding of what my purpose is and my role. And this brings us to eternal dance, movement, will of life, path of least resistance. And I've not even read these until just now. So, because we're learning and beginning to understand those gifts, and right now I feel like my gift to humanity is going out, being that front runner to go out, meet with people, talk with people, show them compassion and show them love and show them that I'm not afraid of them. Which is leading me right to where I'm meant to be. This, with all that blue and the green, it really helps me to tap into that unconditional love that our Creator has for us, that is going to be that backbone for this dance that we are now getting ready to step into here on Earth. A hidden gift was a 9 card. Eternal dance was 10. So cycles have completed, which brings us to the last one, which is Sacred Earth Mother, a message of love, which is a 6 card. This pause was necessary for Mother Earth to do that hard reset, to help us anchor the new energies that are coming in, to start to transform the earth that we are creating. It all begins with love. And I just want to show you. I love when the cards like talk to each other. So this is the one up top. It's prayer and hope with your hidden gift. So through prayer and hope, you have discovered who you are as a person, what your gifts are, what your mission is, what you're meant to be here doing. And the next one's going to be the present, and this is upper world, future, and eternal dance. So this is a dance that's happening not only in the 5D, but in the 3D too. We are now bridging that gap in between the two worlds, which is what I find so awesome with the next ones, because we have middle world to Sacred Earth Mother. So that bridge is being connected. All of the Rainbow Warriors are connecting that bridge of 3D and 5D right now, which is pretty intense job, pretty magical job. It's so magical, so magical. I want to get some advice from my angels. Typically I just draw one, but I just want to see what advice they have for us. What advice does our angels have for us with this message? Precious gift. Friendship, family, and love are precious gifts. Do not lose sight of what's most important. Oh my gosh, it just confirms everything that I said. I mean, going out and smiling. I mean, just a simple smile. You don't have to touch anybody. You don't have to hug anybody. Just smiling and saying, hi, how are you? It's a beautiful day, right? It's a precious gift. Let's see what other messages our angels might have. Let's see what other messages. Heart and soul. When making your decision, taking into account what your heart and soul are saying. Sometimes the mind can deceive us. Choose through love, not fear. Woo! Just more confirmation. Okay, give me one more. What are my angels saying? What messages need to come through? I had two. The unknown. Do not fear the unknown. This is a time of deep exploration and transformation. Unfamiliar territory leads to new horizons and adventure. Instead of seeking the current situation as an obstacle, try seeing it as an adventure. Explore all the possibilities. There are so many more than you can currently imagine. Instead of seeing things as either black or white, try to explore all the colors in between. Whew! That's just more confirmation that I needed to share my weekend. I needed to share what had happened and how magical it was. And you know, we easily forget how important that human-to-human contact really is. I hope these messages find you love and harmony. Again, I'm only sharing my perspective. I'm not encouraging you to live the life that I'm living, by no means. My intentions are to share a little bit of hope that things are going to get better. They really are. Anyway, I hope this message finds you well. Talk to you soon. Bye.